Hey, yeah. So I want to share um, a dream that I had actually a couple of years ago, and I should have posted it a lot sooner, but um, it just came across my mind again. Basically, what I had seen was I was at work, and I was working inside the office, and I was working on a machine, and it was two women, uh, two white ladies, and when I finished working, they had asked me, what was my name, and for whatever reason, I just had that attitude with them, and I told them, hey, it's none of your business. And after I said that, um, then two black women, they were like giving me high fives and saying, I know that's right, and uh, and I just know that was like um, it was just like some racial tension, and and right after that, I remember I was walking home and I had seen it was just a lot of poverty. I had seen a lot of drug sales, and I seen a baby outside. It was dark out, but it was a baby outside just walking on the street alone. Had a diaper, and that was it. Um, so I just remember seeing a lot of poverty, and then I made it home, and my house was covered in Christmas lights, and I remember seeing inside the sky, it was like a craft, and inside this craft, it was someone driving it, and the person that was driving it was very arrogant and loud. Um, the person would drive and would pause and zip off really fast, like the speed of light almost, and was doing figure eights. Pause, zip off, and would just do these tricks with this craft. The craft was loud and it was dropping fire from it, and everything that the craft had went over was destroyed because the fire came down from it, and it was destroying everything inside its path. And it also had like a almost like a supersonic type of sound that was shooting from the front of it, and it was destroying everything in front of it too. And I remember I had gave my brother a call, and I was like, "Man, dude, do you see this? You see this thing up in the sky?" He's like, "Yeah, yeah." He's like, "Give mom a call, let her know." And and before I called my mother, it was like a worker that had pulled up a delivery driver. It could have been a UPS, Amazon, FedEx. I believe it was a UPS because I thought he was wearing brown. And it was strange because he didn't even recognize what was going on. He came, he had like the biggest smile on his face. He was just like super happy, and he didn't even like recognize or acknowledge what was happening. And he had delivered the package, and he took off. And I called my mom, and I told her, what was going on outside. I said, "Mom, do you see what's going on out there? Do you see how this craft is just destroying everything in front of it?" Um, and my mother, she just said, "Yeah, yeah, Moses is, it's gonna be what it's gonna be." And she just stepped outside. It is what it is. She wasn't really afraid of it. She was more so um, just like, I'm covered regardless. And and I noticed that the craft was still destroying, and it was en route to my house. And I had my kids inside the house, and I remember I was thinking, okay, let me try to hide so that this thing doesn't destroy, my house, because I was thinking about my kids. I don't want this, to harm my kids. And so I turned off all my lights. And as soon as I turned the lights off, that's when the craft stopped. Remember, my house was covered in Christmas lights. So as soon as the Christmas lights turned off, this is when the craft was, and the person that sat the craft was satisfied and had stopped. And at that moment, it felt like the craft just wanted, or the person that sat it, better yet, was just looking to take Christ out of the equation. And once Christ was out, then it was satisfied. I had this dream probably, I'm gonna say about 4 or 5 years ago. I had a lot of different dreams and visions since, but I always felt like I knew who the person was that was actually um, that was flying it. I felt like I knew who it was. It was a person that was arrogant, loud, destructive. The fire was coming down. Everything in front of it was just getting destroyed by the noise of it. The noise was just causing devastation and harm. And there was some people that just couldn't recognize or see it happening, and they was just going um, about life like it was an everyday thing. Um, but before that happened, I did see like a lot of tension and poverty. That was just one that I wanted to throw out there. I'm probably gonna share a couple more, but that was just one I wanted to get out there in case if anyone knew, or if you have any verses that you want to share that might shine light on it, so that it helps me. I want to say this one was back in 2017. I had this dream, and I'm just now getting around to it. So please feel free to comment and leave information. Thank you. God bless.